intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Suavemente. Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a very spontaneous Sunday morning show before the Sunday flagship show. I mean, for us boxing fans, I guess there's a lot to talk about. A very good article came out on Boxing Scene suggesting that the Andy Ruiz Joshua 2 happening in Saudi Arabia, if it does happen, as there's been no new update whether or not Andy is accepting the flat fee of $9 million or insisting on receiving significantly more. But British fans and American fans alike have taken to social media expressing their frustrations on Eddie Hearn's Instagram and Twitter from the actual posts of the announcement. So we'll get to all that, plus couple of articles that have been written suggesting that this is a lost opportunity, not only for the two men, but for boxing fans. I mean, it is a slap in the face to 80,000 Joshua fans. They were using that as the reason why this fight should take place in the UK, because they rode out with him from the beginning and he wanted to bring it back to them. And now instead of 80,000, we'll have maybe 1,000, rich dudes checking this fight out. But this is what we're going to be discussing this morning. If you're interested, then you know the number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time and voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Now, we're strictly talking whether or not you're happy that this fight is taking place in Saudi Arabia. Would you prefer it in the UK or the United States? I know that on this show we suggested definitely making boxing great and having it in a foreign country, similar to Thriller in Manila or, the Rumble in the Jungle. But is Saudi Arabia that? Is it Thriller in Manila? Is it Rumble in the Jungle? You tell us. This is what we will be discussing. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. You know you can do that. Just add NESTORGIBBS. Let me head on out to my co-hosts in Indiana.
Diriyah Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Oh my, Mike. He stayed out before he said he was not.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. And man, look here. There's been a lot of things said. There's been a lot of articles out there about the dangers of this area versus the dangers of that area. And I'm just here to say, man, it's dangerous everywhere, bro. We are living in the United States. We had 2 mass shootings the past week. We had a guy in California who's got 51 counts of stabbing people on like Friday or Thursday. 51 counts of stabbing people. 4 people died. I'm saying all this to say this. We had a fucking nightclub shooting last year. We had a shooting at a church in South Carolina. It's dangerous everywhere in the world. No matter if you take precautions or not. Every place you go to can be dangerous. We got a place called Chicago. Last weekend they had 51 shootings. 4 people died. All I'm saying is this, man. A lot of places got violence. A lot of places got different things going on. So we shouldn't try to make that be the end-all, be-all for this fight not happening over in Saudi Arabia. Now, when it comes to money, I agree. I agree that Eddie Hearn may not have to give Andy no more money. I agree that Andy may deserve more money when you see everything that's coming out. So at the end of the day, I think they will come up to some conclusion, give him a little bit extra, but I don't think he can expect double what he's making right now or anything like that. But we'll break down, we'll get into it, what's going on in this.
So I see you're stuck on the money and all that. Like I'm
No,
more.
I'm just bringing up what we brought up in pre-pro. Y'all saying it's dangerous, bro. Everywhere we go is dangerous in the world. We just had some crazy shit going on over here. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, I'm discussing or thinking of this more from the boxing fan, right? Like, before we knew it was Saudi Arabia, on this show, I said I wanted to go to the rematch. I said if it was in the UK, I was going to the rematch. Obviously, I ain't going to Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the level 2 security, because, people are saying, hey, Mexico's level 2, Ness, you've been there, So, okay, outside of that, though, it's just far too expensive, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you talking about 80,000 fans from the UK. It's only 2 hours away. They would have went anyway, but they're not even accommodating them. It's not going to be that type of stadium or arena. Go ahead.
When did Ness become so worried about the 80,000 people over in fans? I thought you was a guy like the 80,000 don't mean shit. They came to New York last time and you didn't say shit about the 80,000 then. You was like 20,000 in Madison Square Garden.
No, my exact words were fuck UK fans. Remember, but remember I also said I would go to the UK, so I was willing to be part of that 80,000 because I want to see it. Now, I, who am a hardcore boxing fan to the core, don't watch any other sport, and I can't go. It's not for me. Even if I could afford it, could I afford the tickets? Would I be invited? Matter of fact, didn't they say you can't even have a parking ticket? Like, how serious is these laws out there? So I'm just saying. And for the UK fans, they are there. They are 2 hours away. So for them, it's more of a travesty because they would travel, They probably could afford it. The pound is more valued than the dollar, right? So maybe they could afford it, but they aren't going. So that's what I'm discussing. Is it a lost opportunity for AJ and Ruiz to really become household names? What would make more of a splash? 1,000 in Saudi Arabia? 80,000 in Cardiff, 100,000 in Dallas. I don't know. I know I'm not gonna lean towards Saudi. I wanted a country that was out of the blue, that was out of the ordinary, but I think this is just a little too left field, maybe. I don't know. I mean, listen, Kevin Iole, did you see what he tweeted? Talking about
the guy that went to the embassy.
Obviously, that took place in Turkey, but it happened in the Saudi Arabian embassy in Turkey, and the journalist was murdered. So that's 2 journalists that we know on a personal level, that we know as great journalists in our sport that are already iffy. Keith Idec, who breaks news weekly. Kevin Iole now with Yahoo, which is a huge entity. These men are expressing fear in going over there. Obviously, we had Coppinger on the show, then expressed zero fear. He said, I'm going. As long as they're going to pay for it, I'm out. But again, how many boxing fans, UK and American alike, will be willing to travel? I'm going to go to the Twitter feed of Eddie Hearn just so we can see some of these tweets.
Honestly, the reason that I wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia, it has nothing, like, if I was financially able to go, it wouldn't have anything to do with the level 2 threat. It has more to do with their human rights, as far as how they treat women, how they treat gay people, how they treat lesbian people. It really, they're really behind the world when it comes to that. Like in America, I'm saying that is open and that it's cool to be. I'm saying be yourself. Over there, you can't really be yourself, and I'm not a fan of what they got going on over there. But far as being scared, no, I wouldn't be scared to go. But another factor for me, I like smoking weed, and they ain't got that over there. Like they do got it, just gotta be careful. You can't be caught with it. But I'm not trying to be over there and be all goddamn me in a motherfucking hole smoking weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely not a option for me.
Hopefully, we can. Yo, Julio Ocha always with the left field super chats. Ness, Google starving kids.
Human rights, man. Human rights, yes.
Yemen, don't support Saudi. So I want to go, and Julio is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna screen share this. Hopefully, they don't act up on us with the lagginess. If so,
no, we're not women. But if you don't respect women and you don't respect women's rights,
we came from a woman. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have some sort of respect. Like what's up with you? But anyway,
just saying.
I mean, you gotta ignore people like that. But
here
is the official announcement right here. This is Eddie Hearns on his official Twitter. This took Joel Bunker. He says, "I'm keen to see this one." So that's a positive one. Let's give him a You're on mute, champ. Again.
Just got breaking news. Just tweeted out from Dan Raphael. It's a big ups to him and ESPN. Super middleweight world title Billy Joe Saunders has signed with Matchroom boxing promoter Eddie Hearn. A source with knowledge of the deal told ESPN on Sunday. Saunders earlier this morning parted ways with Frank Warren.
Yeah, I got an email from Eddie saying that he had a huge signing announcement Monday at the same AJ press conference. So the next tweet is an exclusive look at Matchroom's new ring card girls for the Saudi Arabia fight. Are you looking at this? Yo, they crazy. I'm telling you, the internet wins all the time. The next one says Rob Richards was a massive fan of Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, but unfortunately, true colors have come to surface here. Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua have lined their pockets and seemingly not given a shit to thousands of Joshua fans. Hashtag cash cow. Hashtag Ruiz Joshua 2. Hashtag shameful.
Like five.
Okay. Well, he says, get a load of this nonsense. You know.
But you guys got to realize, take it for what it's worth. Like we all know, this is a money grab. This is no different than boxing at its finest. Like they are going to get the big side fees. They want to make the most money that they can. So we know that looking on the outside looking in, that this is a money grab by Eddie Hearn.
No, this is actually telling, Mike.
Yeah, you can't be. And I was get to that because Eddie's looking at like if Joshua was to lose, I want to give him enough money to where he maybe go off for a year. You know what I'm saying? Just get his mind right, get himself back to where he needs to be, and it makes Eddie Hearn a little bit more money too, and able to promote his. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get this victory.
I said it before, man. This is Eddie taking the heat for Joshua, bro. They beat the UK do it for the fans drum to get the fans on their side, and now they pulled the wool over their eyes and they're going elsewhere. It was all about Cardiff leading Cardiff, and you should do this and you should do that, or rather, we should go here, right? And we went to America, and Rui should come back because of the UK fans, and now it's no fans that are preferenced here. But let's get back to these. We got some more. Mr. Knox said Saudi Arabia. Tony Eddie, you have to throw AJ in there.
What do y'all expect Eddie to do? Like
more into depth on this in terms of the British side of it and how they're upset. But are we wasting our time? Like promoters don't think about fans. I mean. We had Bob Arum say, that he doesn't stack undercards, that he doesn't care about that. So I don't know. I mean, this is just what we're used to. Should we even be making a big deal about it?
Yes, because it is a big deal at the end of the day. These reporters are not coming out saying anything that we aren't all thinking. Like we all think that going to the Middle East might not be the best look for Americans, you know what I'm saying? Might not be the best thing, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's boxing. Boxing takes people to places that we don't imagine ourselves going. Like, it took you to Belfast last year, remember? Did you ever envision yourself going to Belfast?
No, sir. And that's why I was one of the ones wishing that this fight took place somewhere that it could have been something else I put on the bucket list. But, Saudi is just too expensive. That's my bottom line. It's just too expensive for me.
7,000 people like in the stands, right? Are they going to make it to where it's only like that's what I want to ask Eddie. Like 7,000 people, are there going to be like 1,000 seats, 2,000 seat reserved for fans who want to travel, who make it more affordable for them? You know what I'm saying? Like I know you can't bring 20,000 people over, but you can bring like 1,000, 2,000 people over and make it affordable for those who want to come. You know what I'm saying?
Our mastermind keeps saying, "Stop it! I've been there." Let me just screen share this. He says, bro, I've been there. Stop it. Y'all scary because you watch CNN and Fox. Mass shootings are an everyday occurrence over there. So, again, even if he's been there, even if it's safe, isn't it not supposed to be a big arena? Isn't it like some private showing, like 1,000 people?
Yeah, they built an arena. It says it's on the outskirts of Rada.
How many seats? Desert. How many seats?
7,000.
Wow. Yeah, so, there's no way that any of the 80 obviously some of those 80 UK fans probably can fork over. They can get some of those 7,000 seats, but those are going to be some pretty expensive seats if only 7,000.
I want to know what Sky Sports are going to tell their women analysts who do cover boxing events. Can they go? Can they not go? Do they got to wear a burqa or a turban, or not turban, but like one of those long things?
Well, again, I'm trying to make it about the fans and not the.
You can say the Sky Sport women analysts are fans too. Even though they got a job to do, they still want to go and support their UK fighter.
Because it's still up in the air. Today further proves it. Yesterday, right, August 9th, Dazn put out a promo. It doesn't say Saudi Arabia anymore. It's a whole new graphic. It got over 190,000 views on YouTube, and it doesn't say Saudi Arabia. So I don't know. What do you want me to do, bro? It's it just sucks, I would have liked to been able to at least try to go, I'm not a dude that really want to go to the UK much, but like I said before this was announced, I've said it on the show. I wanted to go if it was going to be in the UK. I could imagine that atmosphere coming off the loss, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's Saudi yet. That I'm just thinking from the fans' perspective, but in terms of production, I'm not sure. DAZN kind of backed off the whole Clash on the Dunes hashtag and graphic artwork. So I don't know. They're definitely streaming their fight. They're gonna be doing the fight for sure.
What does a lost opportunity mean in the title?
Well, lost opportunity for superstardom, right? If this fight took place in Cardiff, you got 80, 90, maybe they scale it up, right? We've always heard them say they'll scale it, maybe Wembley, wherever they could fit it. That's the go ahead. Oh, you stretching or you? Oh, so that's an opportunity for Andy and AJ to kind of break records or set records. If they brought it over here to the U.S. and they did it somewhere like Dallas or a neutral stadium that can hold that much, that's the lost opportunity I'm talking about. A lost opportunity of having that Thriller in Manila and Rumble in the Jungle crowd. Like I told you, I just watched Ali and Foreman yesterday, and bro, that stadium was huge. It was thousands of people, and those weren't rich chic. That was people chanting Ali Boombaye, and that's the lost opportunity. That's the lost opportunity that AJ will have. Like when they said Nigeria, I was like, oh shit, right? Because you giving an opportunity to the average boxing fan. You know, by talking about you putting it on the outskirts of the desert in an arena that holds 7,000, I know there's no way. I can't even afford the ride through the desert to get there. You know what I'm saying? So come on, bro. Like, that ain't for us. Yeah, it's a lost opportunity for the fucking boxing fans. It's a travesty for the boxing fan because we built these men up. We built them up. And now we don't even get to see them when they at the top level.
Now, wouldn't you say, even though that they had 20-some thousand in New York, and we don't know the viewership from the live fight, but wouldn't you say that social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, had a lot to do with why that fight was so big because of the highlights and replays that were shown?
You mean the Andy Joshua fight?
Yes.
Of course. I mean, word of mouth has to do with it, right? It's like a guy that wasn't supposed to lose lost. Check this out. And that, you know, the clips went viral. Everything is viral.
So if we don't know the zone viewership, how can we not say that the exact same thing might not happen with this fight? Even though the viewership might not be big, even though that it won't be 20,000 in the stadium, what if it is a great fight and the same thing happened with the first fight when social media gets a hold of it and it just goes 13 million views on the highlights on YouTube plus however many views on Twitter and IG? Isn't that a possibility?
Possibly. I mean, I don't see why not. That's what the internet, that's how the internet works. You know, I could be here or you could be there and, you know, anything can go viral.
I don't see it as a lost opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Maybe from people who wanted to see it, but if the fight's great and the fight's epic, then people are going to want to go out and search for it and rewatch it or watch it for the first time. So I can see them building on what they did the first time over social media and possibly do it again if they don't have the viewership from the American public.
I mean, they didn't have any hate. There's going to be hate. Expect Deadspin and all their journalists to come for these guys' throat. You already see Ioli expressing his disdain. You see, Idik's stance. And once it's signed, sealed, and delivered, we will hear more. And that could help it. Imagine maybe it hits mainstream media and they're like, yo, they're hosting this big fight right now in this location. I mean, who knows what can happen, but again, lost opportunity for the boxing fans, lost opportunity for the fighters to connect with the boxing fans. I mean, someone said something very important yesterday. How many super fights do you get in your life? Let's use Mayweather, for example. How many super fights he had? Pacquiao, McGregor, Canelo. Super. That's it. 2.4 for Canelo.
How much did Mayweather and Haddon do?
Not enough.
Not over $1 million?
I mean, maybe over $1 million, but that was normal back then. You know what I mean? Again, super fight, broke the gate was with Canelo and did 2.4. Then he topped that with Pacquiao. And then he topped that with McGregor. Those are super fights. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he got 3 and he is excellence. People say it's unfair to use him as a gauge. He's different. That's what they say, right? So then who? Thurman just got his first super fight. Earl got a semi-super fight. Jacobs had 2 super fights, maybe, because the Gennady was built to be super. It just ain't blow, but it was super.
It's not a super fight for Andy Ruiz though.
For Andy, of course. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How many super fights do you get, right? And if Floyd only got 3 in his career, you already going through 2. And you ain't getting the opportunity to fight in front of 100,000. You ain't get Rumble in the Jungle. You ain't get a stadium full. AJ got that already. So that's what I'm saying. You only get a few, so you throwing it away with this. It's a lost opportunity. This is a super fight. And if he loses, he's done, right? Not done in the sense that it's going to be very hard to get another fight of this magnitude where the possibility of having 80 or 100,000 people in the stadium ain't there. Just think about it. How many times could he do this? If he beats AJ, I could see him doing 100,000 maybe in Mexico, hypothetically, right? With Wilder for undisputed. But again, that's a tall task. Both of those, beating AJ in Saudi Arabia, beating Wilder. So again, how many super fights do you get? This is a lost opportunity right here. And then they don't even want to compensate you. So, you're losing out on a chance to be part of history. You're losing out on being able to say, I fought in front of 100,000 people for the 4 heavyweight titles of the world. No, you fought in front of 70,000. You fought in front of 7,000 people. You can't even bring your daughter and your wife. Like, come on, champ.
They are compensating you. Okay, we discussed that yesterday. I don't really feel talking about money today, but part of the contract under the contract. But I do feel you when you say that you can't bring certain people, or you don't want to bring certain people because of what the things that are going on over there. And I do feel you by saying that this could be robbing the people of 100,000, maybe 80,000, maybe 50,000 or 20,000 people in the stand. So I totally respect that point of view. But at the end of the day, man, Eddie Hearn is the promoter. He is doing what is best for his promotional company and what is best for Anthony Joshua. And it seems like the money that is being floating around in this fight, it's kind of hard to say no to. And that's just my outlook on it right now.
Yeah, and that's why the fans have reacted the way they're reacting.
I can't blame them. I can get mad at fans for wanting to go to the fight and be a part of the atmosphere, but
listen, my energy's the same because with Floyd, I always felt this way. Like, damn, bro, like why you keep fighting in the MGM? Like, why only 17,000 people get to see you? You got 4 million trying to buy the fight. Like it. Hundreds would want to go. Like, we want to be there. Make it affordable. But nah, his 17,000 tickets, they expensive as hell. The average fan can't go. Those are lost opportunities. You know what I'm saying? It's a cash grab at the end of the day, man. It is what it is, but they're lost opportunities in my eyes, You want to connect with the fans, man. You want to have that. That's why I know AJ when he says, that he feeds off that. I get it, bro. Imagine thousands of people cheering for you, and imagine them cheering against you. It is what it is, though.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we get more answers tomorrow, man. Eddie Hearn got an interview with, I believe, one of these Saudi representatives. So a lot of things that we question should be answered, and hopefully the reporters that are there really come at the Saudi representative and ask him some tough questions too. I want to see what he has to say, or I would say she, but we all know it's not gonna be a she.
So they're saying, why are you downplaying this event? Said at 7,000 seat arena, obviously the tickets are gonna be upcharged. That's the point. So people like you and I can't go. It's only for the rich. Outside of the flights and hotels being expensive, the seats will be triple the price because it's only 7,000 selected. 7,000 rich enough individuals can be there. Don't you get what it is that we're discussing? It's a lost opportunity for that true connection with your fans. On your biggest stage, when you said you needed them, you said you needed your fans to rally behind you. You lost your belts. You want to get them back. Like, why do it in front of a crowd that's not even going to cheer? Do you think they'll cheer? Did you watch? You watched the confight.
Oh, yeah, they definitely too cool for school.
Oh, so in the confight they wasn't cheering?
They definitely too cool for school. Niggas sitting up with their motherfucking niggas sitting up with their legs and they lap. You know what I'm saying? Legs crossed, laid back with them recliner seats, bro. They cool to the motherfucker over there, bro. They probably clap, you know what I'm saying?
Damn,
they'll cheer with like
the arena got recliners?
Yeah, bro, what? Nigga, have you been to the movies before? Like you see them recliners in the movies? The red ones? They got those. But yeah, man, they probably gonna be cheering if there's like a knockout or something like that. But I don't know how engaged they will be at the fight. Maybe it'd be more engaging than the Khan fight. Who knows?
Yeah,
Big
man.
guys throwing a whole lot of leather. So
I mean, it's the heavyweight division, so it's gonna be a little different, right?
Should be different. Should definitely
Yeah, I
be
mean,
different.
in terms of
Excitement.
exactly.
But you got to think though, Amir Khan was fighting the guy 2 weight classes below him. So when he touched him, he was having some success when he touched him. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like it was some big shots, but we got to factor in that he was a little bit too small. But I do think that the heavyweights will maybe engage them a little bit more.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's. I mean, those are my final thoughts, man. I mean, I'm just. I don't know. I got these articles. People sent me links, and again, we can't even go. So, oh, we actually got some callers. Hold on a minute. Let me go out to these sponsors.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to Patrick. Talk to me.
Morning, fellas.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good, sir. I'm goodness. Mr. Mike, how we doing? All right?
All good.
What's up, big dog?
All good. Well, first and foremost, I just want to say I just got back recently from Dubai, and it is very, very strict out there, and they follow more UFC than boxing. So I think taking the event over there is not really a good idea, knowing for that. It's good, Dubai is good for like UFC, exhibition fights, but not a crucial fight like this, Anthony Joshua has to fight in America no matter what. If he wants to prove himself a world champion, you need to go other people's backyards and prove they're wrong. Am I right? So I think it's not a very good idea. They're going to lose a lot of fans. And obviously being, American or UK citizen, we like our freedom. And going to Saudi Arabia is going to be very, very strict. So it's not a very good idea going over there. I personally wouldn't go. But that's what I've got to say. I hope you guys have a good Sunday and God bless.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. We're going out to GMO. Talk to me on Skype. GMO, you got to unmute, champ.
Oh, sorry, man. Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
All good.
All right, man. Well, real quick, I don't know what Eddie's doing, brother. I mean, Saudi, like you said, I want to go watch a fight. If I was in Dallas, man, I would work my ass off just to go to that fight. I think he could make a better case to go to UK because they're better set up to make this fight happen. I just don't get it, man. I don't even know what to say to this. I hope it doesn't happen in Saudi Arabia. I'd rather have it happen in Canada because it's closer to us, and, at least we can afford to go over there. But that's my call, man. I really got nothing much to say to this. I hope they change the venue, man. Let's make it happen in Dallas, please.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Tell Jerry Jones to open up that checkbook.
Speaking of Dallas, we got a caller from Dallas. You haven't pressed 1, sir. So if you're just listening, you're good. But if you're in Dallas or have a Dallas area code,
What's up, 214?
I think this could be Dallas, right? 469-321. Are you just listening? All right. We got callers calling in on Skype. 469-321. If you are just listening, you have not pressed 1, so I can't get to you. We're going to Brandon in Cincinnati. Talk to me.
Yo, Ness, what's good? What's good, Mike? Good morning to you, fellas. Hope you guys having a good Sunday. Me personally, I don't give a fuck where the fight is at because I wasn't planning on going to it. I was gonna watch it on TV anyway. So me, I don't care where it's at regardless. Now I do understand for fans who might have, planned on attending it. AJ fans and Ruiz fans, I can understand your frustration. But me personally, it's gonna be in the middle of the winter time, so I ain't gonna have shit else to do. I'm gonna be in the house, probably in a snowstorm or something. So a midday flight would come in handy. So I'm not really tripping on that. I'm hearing people saying they don't matter being in the UK now. It's like when they wanted to do it in the UK, y'all was complaining. Ruiz was complaining. He's putting on the neutral ground. Y'all complaining. Just tired of the complaining, man. Just make the fight happen. And let's see some boxing. Like, I respected Ruiz the first time because he didn't come with the political shit. He took the fight on short notice, got the dub when everybody else was bitching about money. Now it seems like he on some prima donna shit, on some diva shit, and it's kind of getting annoying now. Complaining about every little thing and shit. So, like I said, wherever the fight's at, just make it happen and let us see it. That's my call. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Brandon, man. Thanks for calling in, big dog. Who we got on the docket next, Ness?
Looks like. Let me double check this.
Any boomerangers right quick? Any ringers?
Nah. They sleepy time today. It's
man,
Sunday,
they had
man.
a good night last night.
Sunday's God day, man. I'm trying
to. Night, bro.
Sorry, like 1 a.m. So it was crazy. Let me see. We got. Oh, that's Kansas City Mac on a boomerang. What up? You right? Talk to me, Kansas City.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, Ruiz, he got every right to where he want to go. It should be in the United States. That's what Joshua Love said. Make his baby. Shouldn't be nowhere else, man. I don't want to hear about no Saudi Arabia. And I'm getting bad reviews on it anyway. All I hear is no Saudi Arabia. Nobody want to see that, no Saudi Arabia. No ring girls, all these strict rules about Saudi Arabia. Y'all go read y'all books, man. Nobody want to see that fight there, man. They ain't even want to do it in Nigeria. Why we going to do it in Ruiz, man, Las Vegas, baby. Bring it back to the state. That's where you took it at. I'm out.
All right, Kansas City Mac. Thanks for calling in. We got Southside Deucey. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, Ness? What's up, Mike? Hey, look, I want to offer a different perspective real quick and kind of back off what you were saying about big fights. You know what I mean? And we all know I'm not a AJ fan, definitely not an Eddie Hearn fan, but I'm kind of looking at it like this, right? If that fight happened over there in Saudi Arabia or Dubai, or wherever they talking about, in a maybe, don't that kind of make it a super fight in its own? Like, don't that put AJ in an exclusive market outside of just a public figure? Like, the same way Mayweather can cash out $8-9 million for a 3-round exhibition in Japan because he's such a big brand. Don't that kind of shoot AJ up past like a star? Like, that make him a little bigger than just a regular star? You get what I'm saying?
Because somebody wants to pay a lot for his fight?
No, I'm saying like what you were saying. You only get a couple of super fights per life. Yeah. Well, the way that they branding it, it's almost like making him a super fight every fucking time he touched the ring. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying?
No, it do make sense, but that's with AJ involved. And if you're Andy, now you've had 2 super fights and neither have gotten to the level of a Thriller in Manila or a Rumble in the Jungle or a Cardiff or a Wembley. You know what I mean? So, like...
What you mean for Andy, far as pay-wise or far as just atmosphere-wise?
Atmosphere. Yeah, that was my question
stadium,
right there.
Arena, stadium. Because, again, we look at Floyd, and he only had 3 opportunities, right? Now, obviously, he could have tried with, like, Roberto Guerrero and see could he packed out Dallas with some cheap tickets. And maybe if he would have blueprinted himself like that, like Canelo did, $10 tickets, did 40-something, 50-something.
Man, go.
You know? So who knows? But the thing is, you only get a certain amount of opportunities to do that, and you ain't getting it now. With this one, that's 2 back-to-back. So now you got to hope and pray you beat AJ so that you could get that next stadium opportunity with Wilder, right?
Yes, or with Chris Arreola down in Mexico. I'm telling you, that's a fight that's going to happen.
A stadium fight, champ?
That's going.
Yo, listen, I was with you, giving him the tune-up for Arreola, but now you're talking about a stadium fight. Like, just keep in mind that when we're talking stadium, the lowest numbers we got is like Canelo at somewhere 40 something, high 40s, right? Even Earl just did 20. Matter of fact, what did Earl do? 47. 48. So Canelo did a little bit more than that.
Yeah, 54.
And then you got AJ doing 80s and 90s. Like 50. You know, so it's like, yo, you asking a lot.
Bro, if Andy comes through AJ, that nigga gonna get a stadium fight down in Mexico City versus Ariel or somebody.
But 80,000 people gonna go?
I don't know if 80,000 gonna do, but I can expect 30, 40, 50,000. Hell yeah.
I mean, if you only gonna, but that's what I'm saying. Economics don't make sense. Think about it, Mike. If you only gonna listen to me, if you only expecting 30 or 40, you do it in Dallas. You don't do it in Mexico because then you ain't gonna get the same revenue.
But can you get those same people in Dallas to go to the fight?
Absolutely.
I believe in my heart of heart, if it's in Mexico City, a lot more Mexicans and Hispanic people will go because of the magnitude of having a first-time heavyweight fight in Mexico City with your Mexican heavyweight champion. I think that makes a lot more sense than just throwing it in Dallas to where it may be during football season or no, because if he wins, it'd probably be after football season, so it could work out. I could see what you're saying, but I just think the fight, if he wins, it'd be a travesty not for him to fight down in Mexico City, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. Let me get to
the president had him come out to the is it like the White House?
I just don't think if you only expect that, like, and I'm hanging my hat on that. So just know I'm not here to argue. I'm hanging my hat on that statement. If they projected more in Mexico, then I would be with that because that's my push. Like, how many fighters? Danny, you know, he got the right to say he's a star, but he never got a stadium fight. You know what I'm saying? He tried by going back to Puerto Rico to get touch with the roots, but then he, you know, it wasn't the best fight with Mauricio Herrera, so he couldn't get that country behind him to then come and try and do a stadium fight. So, like, not many fighters get that opportunity, man. That's all I'm saying. Not many fighters. Like, AJ is special and lucky and unique because of that. So, you know, Canelo, he got lucky. He's special. He can do it. Earl got to do it. Like, you got to capitalize, man. 47,000 people is a lot of people in American ticket sales, man. That's a lot of money, bro. But we got some calls. We got Stone Bone Boxing. Talk to me. Good morning.
What up?
What up, champ?
Yeah. Yo, all it is Ness, Eddie was listening to your show, and he was like, man, we not on pay-per-view. We losing $100 million. How can we get $100 million? And it's basically they're going to have to basically do what a lot of, like, you know, the rich entertainers do, man. They go do, like some of those Instagram models, they go to these Arab countries, to these millionaires and get shitted on, you know what I mean, and get exploited. And that's basically what they finna do. They're going to, there's a lot of money to exploit yourself for, but, you know what I mean, they're doing it for the money. It's clear. And Eddie don't care about the fans because if AJ lose, he's looking at it like, I talk shit about Wilder talking about $100 million fight. And that's here in America with no sheiks. We can drop $100 million and your girl ain't got to cover up. You know what I mean? I'm a Muslim and I know what's going on in Saudi Arabia. I'm a Muslim. I wouldn't even take my girl to Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? You can't even drive as a woman. You know what I mean? I couldn't hold my girl hand in public unless we're married. It's certain traditions that's not even Islamic. I'm a Muslim, but that's not Islamic to not be able to hold a woman's hand. That's culturally in Saudi Arabia and some real Orthodox Muslim countries. And it's a good payday. It's a good payday for Matchroom, a good payday for AJ. And they're going to have to at least drop him $20 million. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to at least give him $20 million to go there if it is going to happen there. He said, give me 50 to go to the UK. Eddie don't got 50. So he said, how can I get that? And you don't think those people who putting the money up, heard Ruiz say, hey, I need a lot of money to fight outside the U.S. So those people heard that. They said, all right, let's give him a lot of money too. Here, Eddie, here go all the money. Pay that guy. Let's get this fight over here. So a lot of people just need to calm down. And I'm tired of all these haters talking about, Ruiz, just take the fight. I'm tired of you complaining. Shut up, you broke bums. You probably get a 25.
Cut it.
Oh, damn. Good call. We going out to Mo. Talk to me. Unmute, Mo.
What's the business, Mo?
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Eddie's really exposed himself this time, taking to a fight to Saudi. Now, we've lost out on 2 fights on this arsehole. And what? We built him, and now he runs off with the money. And have you seen it? It's not on the zone. No poster on the zone yet.
I told you. They got posters, but it don't say Saudi Arabia. It don't say Saudi Arabia. It just says the zone. They got their own artwork. They took down all the Saudi Arabia artwork.
So they're bidding for that. I might go to Showtime. You never know. That's my call anyway. I'm pissed off about it.
All right, Mo. Well, thank you for calling in. And that's what I'm saying, man. There are boxing fans that are frustrated, man. They wanted to go. They wanted to be part of this special night. We don't get many special nights. Look, Floyd definitely never gave us any. Like, he's like, yo, money over everything. Every time we begged, money over everything with Floyd. And he stood in that MGM. And he got that site fee and got those cars and et cetera, and we never got, Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather should have been a stadium fight, Mike. Like, at the end of the day, he got all the money fights up until that day. He even had Canelo where he banged out 2.4 million pay-per-view. That was unexpected at that time. And they broke gate records. Like, he done did it after that. So then when God gave him Pacquiao, that Pacquiao payday, for 250 mil? Nigga, put that shit in a stadium. Why you acting greedy? That's unfair. He never gave us that. At least Joshua gave. So, like, the caller Mo, he says he's mad. But imagine American fans. Floyd never gave it to us. He didn't give a fuck about the minority and the poor boxing fan. He never gave it to us. At least Joshua gave you 4 or 5 of them shits. Floyd never gave it to us, man. At least Canelo, again, I fuck with People's Champ. Canelo, $10 tickets. Let's do it. Bring a toy and I give you a free ticket. Let's do it. Where Floyd at? Yeah, Floyd do his own foundations and he just had 1,000 people right now. I think Saturday he had 1,000 people in the Book Bag Drive in Las Vegas. I get it. But help your boxing fans, bruh. Help the dudes that's out here consistently for what, 10 years buying your pay-per-views? You can't give us one motherfucking stadium fight worth $65 a seat, $75, even $150, man. I know people would have paid $250 to be in the rafters amongst 100,000 people watching Pacquiao. Imagine the Filipinos that would have been there. Yo, bruh. But he robbed us of that. He robbed us of that. And they robbing us of this. And that's what I'm telling you. We don't have that. Mike, how happy were we, right? Like, Earl hates me. He hates me because he hates me because I underestimated his pay-per-view. But how happy were we in that stadium? How many times were we pointing at things like, damn, look at this, look at that. Yo, they went all out. Like, we want that too. We don't want it just to be the UK fan. We want that too. They keep robbing us, man. They don't care about us.
Same thing goes with Floyd, goes for Eddie. When Floyd seen that fucking site fee and those Bugattis and all that shit, he just like, man, it's that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's the greed, bro. It's the greed.
Let me ask you a question. Does Floyd get the site fee and the ticket sales?
Man, he getting everything, bro. You could Google. There was an article. I don't know if it's the Canelo fight or the McGregor fight. Or the Berto fight. But one of them fights, he even got off the hot dogs and sodas, man. He got part of the concessions, bro. That dude is the shrewdest businessman alive. And that's what I'm saying. He Scrooge McDuck with the money. I know I'm showing my age. But he Scrooge McDuck with the money. He got a vote where he could swim in it. Damn, give us a fucking stadium fight, you old greedy ass motherfucker. Anyway, let me get to some.
There was one thing that I did notice that Floyd didn't do in his career, which could have been monumental for him, and I still believe that it could be monumental for any fighter out there if they're able to do a stadium fight in America, because that's going to be something people do not forget if it's a big turnout.
And that's what I'm saying. This is a lost opportunity. If you're Andy Ruiz, how many other opportunities do you listen? It's a tough task. Now you got to go to Saudi Arabia and beat this man again. That already is hard to do. So for you to even envision another 100,000 seat arena, you must win and consider fighting the fucking the death seeker of the division in Deontay. That, you know, like, this is 2 lost opportunities. They could have done this right now in front of massive crowds. First time and second time. I get the first time it was his homecoming, but you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's any way Joshua could have did his first fight. I mean, he probably could have, right? If he would have priced the tickets right, maybe more UK dudes would have came. Could he have successfully done a stadium first fight with Ruiz? I mean, with Big Baby, it was originally Big Baby. I think he could have done it.
He could have easily, like, bro, they already had the stadium booked for April 11th. So if he wanted the stadium, he could have had it done. But
No,
he wanted Wilder.
No. But not over there. I mean, over here. I mean, could he still, like, if he priced the tickets right, could he still made that first fight a stadium fight and just brought more Americans? I mean, more UK dudes.
June 1st, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it possibly at the New York Giants Stadium or the New York Yankees Stadium.
How many
you know
do
what I'm
the
saying?
Yankees hold?
Yankees, bro, don't give me, because baseball is totally, that shit is circle, a diamond, so you can add a lot more seats to the baseball stadium than you could any other kind of stadium because of the circle that it is, you know what I'm saying? So you can add more seats on the field and all that kind of shit, but I would have rather had it at the Giants Stadium. I believe the Giants Stadium does hold a lot more people.
Let me get to Machine Gun.
Machine Gun, man, how your training going, man?
BoxingVoice.com.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo le invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. ¡Viva México!
And like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around.
BoxingVoice.com.
I love that fucking Canelo soundbite. Don't fuck around.
Yo, what up? Good morning, TBV, man. Mike, it's going well, man. Thanks for asking. It's going well, man.
Oh, man, you my guy, bro. I got you, man. I'm rolling with you until the wheels fall off.
You already know, man. You already know. But real quick, though, Mike, look, we went to go see Canelo Kirkland, and that was at Minute Maid Park where the Astros play, and they didn't use the whole field. They put the ring on second base, and everything else was just kind of around it. You know, and they just used whatever seats were available. But let me say you this idea that was probably already sold earlier, man. 100,000 plus people, Dallas, Texas, filled to the rafters. The Cowboys don't play that week. They'll be in Chicago on Thursday. So the whole week will be available, man. They want to make that money back. Sell this fight in Dallas, Texas. Let a bunch of Mexicans show up. Let a bunch of UK dudes fly in. It's going to be perfect, man. I can see it now. You fill the whole fucking stadium up. That's like our Wembley over here, man. It'd be perfect. The roofs would be closed. It would feel nice in there. And just the way that they could sell this thing all over would be great, man. But, the Saudi Arabia thing kind of does seem like a lost opportunity, but this is why I want to propose it. This is why this should be proposed, man. Biggest stadium in America. You can fill it up quickly. The ticket sales will be easier for everybody to get. And that's my call, man.
Hey, Ness, you do know why the roof is open at Dallas Stadium, right?
Why?
I mean, at AT&T Stadium.
Why?
So God can look down on America's team.
Really?
Yep, that's the old saying.
AT&T,
that's why they open and close the roof, man. And the stars like right there.
Wait,
in
AT&T, you talking about in Vegas?
No, Dallas.
Oh.
That's America's team. They put the stadium right there in the star.
Okay.
The sun shines down, and they always say, God is looking down on America's team. Just a cowboy saying.
Well, Floyd always said his skill was God-given. It would have been nice to see him in Dallas with Pacquiao, especially when Pacquiao – how many Pacquiao put in there with Joshua? Excuse me, not Joshua Clottey. Joshua Clottey.
Oh, I think he did like 54,000.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying, man. So, you know, true champs do what true champs do, man. But anybody will combat me with money. They'll say, oh, but look at Pacquiao. He still got to fight. Floyd ain't got to fight. Like, they're going to take it to money, and I get it, man. I get it. It's about your favorite fighter, him being well off and you know, not doing this for nothing. I get it. But at the same time,
that shit, we know Floyd blueprint was about money.
Yeah, but if he's your favorite fighter, don't you want to watch him live?
Not even my favorite fighter, though. Like,
not you. I'm just saying. I'm speaking in general. Like,
yeah, I can enjoy Floyd's skill and ability, but he wasn't a guy that, you know, I just clamor to see all the time. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing boxing ability, but I also like seeing people get knocked the fuck out. I like seeing people go down and don't get back up. So, Flo was great. You know what I'm saying? Great at what he did, but I like a little bit more excitement in my action. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there was a reason why he didn't do a big stadium fight. More people there, more people see, more people might start booing or start being angry at you going the 12-round distance.
For sure, man. But we're going to wrap it up. Just a little quick morning show for you, man. Get your coffee and boxing on in the morning. Want to thank everybody that joined in, everybody that continues to support TBV. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. And we'll be back at 7 p.m. Eastern time with The Crow Show. So make sure you go watch Virgil Ortiz on Dazn and catch up on ESPN Plus, because that's what we'll be discussing this evening. We got a late super chat from Santos Romo. Mike is the smartest guy. He's right. The roof is open so God can see the greatest team play.
Cowboys fan.
Cowboys fan. I see it. Yeah, man.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter.
Georgie being nice, talking about don't forget to support the channel. Georgie, when you gonna call in if you all nice? I still got his intro somewhere around there.
Yeah, you still got his intro right, man. Intro was hard. I don't want to fucking see no fucking pity pat. If I want that, I go down the street and see my friends or something like that. Some crazy shit he said.
I moved it around because he ain't calling so long.
That's one of the best intros y'all got, man. But yeah, man, follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And I do agree with this. Sometimes these fights need to be in stadiums or so where the public can really get a good feel for boxing. Make boxing great again. I know we don't fuck with MAGA and all that shit, but make boxing great again. Make boxing popular again. Make boxing on the tips of everybody's tongue again. And I believe if you would have did something with this fight, then maybe you could, especially over in America. But can't turn down money, so I guess I gotta respect that. Till next time, flagship tonight at 7. Anything you guys want to know or want us about the weekend's action or weekend's news, we'll be covering tonight. Until next time.
Yo, boxing creates fans, man. Remember, I said I would never go to the UK for a fight unless it's Wilder and AJ. Then Ruiz upset him, and I was willing to go support him. You know what I'm saying? So
you went to the UK for never mind. Fury was fighting. I was gonna say you went to the UK for nobody fight, but you went to see
Nah, but I went for Wilder. I ain't go for that Pinata fight. Crazy as hell. I'm out. Peace.